personally speaking, I know one day that my son continues to get older. Lust and pornography and all those things are going to be right in his face, and they're going to be tempting him all the time. And I believe deep down that my responsibility is to help guide and shepherd and rebuke and correct and encourage him every step of the way. And so you better believe that my story in high school, struggling with pornography, struggling with a relationship where I went too far with my girlfriend and I regret so much of that, there's going to be moments in my life where I'm going to want to step up and say, hey, son, I went through these things, and I don't tell you them because I want you to repeat them. I walked through a lot. I want you to know that God is going to redeem every single mistake that you make along the way. I don't want you to struggle with the things that I struggled with, but I want you to know that because I struggled with it, there's a propensity that you might struggle with it too, and I don't want that for you. My kids have the green light to come to us anytime they hear something, see something, and they want to ask a question about it. They're never going to get in trouble for asking and coming with a question. Now, they may have something that maybe they acted on as a result of that thing. That's a different conversation. But we want to open up these lines of communication, because the more hiding that goes on, the more generational curse and sin gets passed on. And so our responsibility is to make sure that we stand in the face of that. And the beautiful part about this is there is hope for every single one of us. Every single one of us, there is hope. For Isaac, he had a front row that day. And imagine the stories that got passed down after that day of one of the most faith-filled and obedient acts that the world has ever seen. But he had a front row for some other things too. Imagine the stories that got passed down. In fact, Isaac would end up marrying a woman named Rebekah, and they would have famine in the land. Stop me if you've heard this before. They have a famine in the land. They go out of the country, and they show up, and Isaac is afraid that his wife Rebekah, who is very beautiful, by the way, they show up to the land of the Philistines, and they show up, and he's afraid that they're going to kill him because they're married. So he convinces Rebekah, hey, will you be my sister today? Because I don't want them to kill me. Have you heard that before? Oh, that's right. Abraham and Sarah. Abraham did the exact same thing. Now, was Isaac around for that? Nope, but you better believe that stories got passed down. You better believe that stories got told. And it's these kinds of things where just because somebody wasn't around doesn't mean that they're not going to hear it. Generational sin is real, and when it's confronted, it can actually take root. When it's not confronted, it actually can take root.